So, the last time that I sat down and recorded a video and spoke to you guys, Reading were third in the table, and I even had a stint at the top of the league during that game. It was a 2-1 loss to QPR at Loftus Road, and the fate of both teams is certainly looking a little bit more bleak in the more recent future. Today, I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys about hopefully what will be the start of an upturn in Reading's fortunes, as we went ahead and got a 0-0 draw against Burnley in Matchday 42 of the Championship season. And it's been a lot going on since the last time I spoke to you guys. Obviously, Paul Ince was sacked from Reading Football Club this week, and Academy manager and former striker Noel Hunt has taken over the position for the rest of the season. And going into this game, I was looking forward to seeing how Reading were going to set up. Now, obviously, it's top of the league, Burnley, and it's going to be a bit of a hard game no matter what. So my expectations going into it were always going to be a little bit lowered, but I've got to say, I am massively proud of Reading and massively proud of Noel Hunt for the performance that Reading went ahead and put in today, because it was like night and day compared to what we've been watching for the last few months, where we've only collected 2 wins since the World Cup break. I've got to say fair play to them players that went out on the pitch today, and to Noel Hunt as well for the tactics that he went ahead and went with. Burnley were always going to dominate possession. Burnley were always going to be the team in control of the game per se. Reading had 25% of the possession, looking at the stats here today, but we definitely stuck to our task really well. Listen, we didn't test Bailey Peacock Farrell in the net of Burnley today, but I think there was something a bit more bigger than that. Obviously, you want to have the shots on target and you want to score goals, but at the same time, if you would have told me going into the game that we would draw 0-0 with Burnley, I would have snatched your hand off straight away. Going into it, Burnley made 6 changes with Vincent Kompany, changing the side around that beat Sheffield United on Monday. But Reading made a few changes as well. It's not like we didn't make changes. Noel Hunt coming in, obviously having an academy influence compared to the teams that he has been managing recently. We saw Kelvin I'm going to butcher the name completely, Eherbitoman, come into the side today, leading the line alongside Lucas Well. Femi Aziz started today as well. Again, it's more influence from the academy. We saw players like Mamadou Kamara come off the bench. We also saw Kelvin Abrafa. So, it's not like there wasn't that academy influence in the side with Noel Hunt being in charge. Now, looking at the game overall, you've got to say, obviously, Burnley were the, quote-unquote, better side in this game. I don't think that they really were deserved winners. I'd say Burnley created a few chances from long shots, but they didn't really create anything where you'd think, yeah, that should have been a goal. Shots from outside the box really were the things that came at Reading. Goodmanson probably going closest in the first half. Second half, again, it dragged a little bit. Burnley's right winger really did get the better of Nesta Guinness Walker, who had to be replaced by Mbengu halfway through the second half because he really was having a horrible time with him. Overall, though, I think Reading's performance was much better than what we've seen over the last few months. There was chances where we would break and we wouldn't just look for a long ball up top to an Andy Carroll who was going to win the flick on, and then we were going to lose the second ball. A lot more happened than that in this game. It was more we're going to pass it around a little bit. There was still times where we'd need to knock it up top, but it wasn't so much reliant and it wasn't so repetitive in this game. I thought Femi Aziz really was pocketed by, I think it was Charlie Taylor, who was playing left back for Burnley. But yeah, he got absolutely pocketed in this game. He really did have a horrible time coming up against the Burnley man. Burnley overall, though, I wasn't overly impressed with them. Obviously, listen, they've basically won the league already. I'm not going to sit here and say, Burnley weren't good enough. They're not good enough to win the league, because obviously they are. Burnley are by far the best team in the Championship this season. But it's not going to be a team that I sit here and say, yeah, Reading were completely outclassed, because I don't think we were outclassed. I don't think we were the better side, but I don't think we were outclassed. 75 to 25% possession. When you look at the stats as well, Burnley had 1 shot on target. So let's be honest, look, Burnley had their struggles against this Reading defence as well, if we're being completely honest. Look, Burnley, as much as Reading fans, and we're going to sit here and be like, wow, look how great we were, fantastic. Let's be honest, Burnley probably didn't have this one crossed off on their fixture list as an important game. But a big important outcome did come from this fixture, and that was that Burnley cannot break the 106 points record that Reading set in the Championship. So it was a real big atmosphere towards the end, because obviously that's what it meant to the Reading fans to see that 106 points stay at the club. And to be honest, just to see the performance overall from Reading was a big improvement too. So yeah, 106 points has stayed with the club. Noel Hunt was able to get his first point under his books, and we were also able to get our first clean sheet in 20 games, which yeah, I'm not going to sit here and slag Paul Ince off, but yeah, at least the defence improved a little bit in this game. So that draw now puts Reading on level points with Cardiff. We're still inside the bottom three for now after the 6-point deduction, with our goal difference being 3 worse than them. We are 1 point away from QPR and from Huddersfield as well, but we are sitting 3 points away from Rotherham. So still a lot to play for these final 4 games left of the season. I'm going to try and bring you guys as much content as possible that I can do throughout the rest of this campaign. Looking at the goal differences and stuff, QPR currently sitting on a -27, whereas Reading sitting on a -19. That could be something that comes into play come the final day of the season. So that's going to be it from me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Please tell me what you thought about the game in the comment section below, and whether you think will be the team to stay up. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's been James. I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.